Alrighty, so Rosebud's here. Let me go ahead and get them up to speed here. I always forget about the music that they have when you're muted at start. Alright. Alright, there we go. Let me get the notifications sent out. Ping. Boom. Yeah. Boom. Live there. Boom. All right. Oh. Co-host. Boom. There we go. All right, so we're in the startup phase essentially. It'll be probably a few minutes. Oh, there goes Mike.
Hello.
How's it going, Rosebud?
It's all right.
Yeah, about the same. I'm low-key kind of tired today, but hey, it should be fun. All right, that's live, and okay, that's good. Good to see the videos working now. Good. All right. Pings are out. I'm checking a few things. All right. I'm grabbing my list of questions. Boom. All right, let's see. I got 17 questions myself, and I believe both of us have questions on our posts about the interview. All right, so before we really get started, a lot of the questions I'm asking will be about the Vinyl Girl mod, but anyone's welcome to ask questions about it, essentially. But Rosebud will be the one choosing if they wish to answer them. Keep it nice and simple there.
I think Ellie joined the thing, so.
Gotcha. All right, I'll send the speak. I'm a bit out of it today. It's been a long freaking week. Offline. God, man. Oh. All right. All right, so I invited them to be a speaker as well.
Oh, hello.
Oh, there they are. And Twitter kind of has a bit of an issue with not updating the spaces when someone joins speaker sometimes.
Okay.
All right.
Hey, Rosebud, can I hear you too?
Yeah.
You
I
talk?
don't know, can you?
Yes, I can. Okay, there we go.
All right, good. Twitter's not having any issues today. Fan-tastic. Good. We've had a few interviews in the past where Twitter just f***s over someone's microphone. Glad to see that's not today.
Hopefully the quality is okay of my
it's good.
voice
It's
and
good.
microphone. All right, cool.
Yeah, it's really good. All right. Okay, so I have 17 questions, and you can choose to skip or however you want to go about it. And we'll be taking some questions from chat every now and then, just to mix them up. And Rosebud can choose if they wish to answer them, essentially. So, with that said, do you have any questions before we get started?
I don't think so.
Alrighty. Right.
No.
Okay, cool. All right. So, question number 1: how did Vinyl Girl get started as a mod?
Should I take the reins on this one because she's like my character? Okay, so I made her like December 2021, just as an alternate like cassette girl sort of like idea, um, because like I just like the character and I wanted to do that. Um, but eventually, like over time, it's become like its own like thing, and own story, and she's not like related to like cassette girl anymore. But uh, basically, it was like Rosebud made some like song and needed like a character for it, and I was like, I can make a character for you. And then he was like, why don't we use that design that you made? um, so that's kind of how like the mod got started.
Huh, fair enough. Fair and
And the voice for Vinyl Girl, I just kind of made a chromatic to just kind of test some stuff. So I ended up just using that from a test thing that I had that I thought fit.
Gotcha. All right. So on to question 2 then. How long does it take to make a song with your teams most of the time?
I don't really know. I mean, it's kind of inconsistent, really. Sometimes I'll make a song in like a day. Sometimes it'll like take a few weeks working on it. Depends what it's for.
The length, the complexity, etc., that sort of thing.
Yeah, or if it's like something that I'm kind of used to doing, or if it's like a style that I'm like comfortable making already. It'll take way less time, but
All right. So, what was the music inspiration for the songs in Vinyl Girl?
it's a lot of like the music, I guess, that I like to listen to and that Ellie likes to listen to. It's a lot of French house stuff, like Daft Punk, that type of music.
Kind of future funk-ish.
Future
too.
funk as well.
Gotcha. All right. That makes sense. All right. I haven't listened to Daft Punk in freaking ages, man. Damn. I need to catch up. How's it going, chat? All right. So, which song is your personal favorite in the mod?
I don't know, like all of Vinyl Girl, or just like the new thing, or like
Well,
for
like just in general, I guess, is personal favorite.
personal favorite from like all the Vinyl Girl stuff.
Yeah, essentially.
I really like the Guns remix.
Fair enough.
So I just really like that. And I also really like the pause menu music.
I don't really hear many people talking about pause menu music as much as they used to, actually. How's it going? All right, I am dealing with a freaking migraine today. Sorry if I sound freaking awkward today. Ah. Alright. So during Vinyl Girl's production, did you have any weird glitches or bugs during the testing?
I don't know if there's any I can really think of that are like interesting. For the most part, I guess it's mostly just like either I just like misaligned something or the game crashes.
Yeah, so just the general stuff, nothing unique essentially.
Nothing.
Out of
I
the
don't know.
ordinary.
Ellie, do you remember anything? There's anything like that was like
Ellie,
weird?
I think Ellie just refreshed their page, so they got removed from space. I invited them back up to speak if they wanted to. Yeah, with Twitter Spaces, you don't want to refresh your page, otherwise it'll kick you out of the speaker role, essentially. I don't think they accepted that. All right. All right, we'll just move on there. How often did songs get remade during the development of Vinyl Girl?
Not really at all. I'm not really. I don't tend to like remake a lot of the songs through like the development of stuff. I kind of just like when it's done.
You just leave it.
Ellie is saying that they can't speak.
Weird. Hold on. I thought I re-invited them. Hold on.
Okay, so
Oh, there it
now.
goes. Yeah, you're good. You're good. You're good.
It was like something happened. I don't know what happened, but
Yeah, Twitter-
I wasn't able to hear anybody.
Yeah, Twitter Spaces are a bit janky sometimes. Don't worry, it's all good. Did you have anything for number 5, Ellie?
About the weird glitches.
Yeah.
I was gonna say there was one where it was like an "I love you" and the screen like went like really zoomed in on the like characters, and it was just like I don't know what happened. It was just like a my computer only sort of thing where like the whole like it was just all messed up.
I've had that happen many times, honestly. Yeah, I've seen bugs that only appear on my rig for some reason, and I don't know what it is about my PC that just loves breaking bugs.
It was just that one time.
Might have been something about like the game lagged and then it like played the events out of order or something.
Yeah, my computer lags a lot. It's really
Ellie's computer is it's barely hanging in there.
I can say the same for mine. It feels like a freaking Frankenstein nowadays. God dang, I need to upgrade some things. But all right, fair enough. Yeah, we're good on number 6 for the remade mid-development, songs thing. I was at.
Is that what? Did Rosebud answer that already?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was figuring. I am so fucking awkward today. What the fuck is wrong with me? I'm actually getting irritated at myself right now. I need to see the fucking vent. All right. Break me, man. Yeah, that's on me. Not you guys. Don't worry. So, how were you made aware of FNF at first, Rosebud?
So, way back in 2020, I was in a sort of a little like dev team. We made a little thing called Bunker Bum Rush. Real Rosebud fans will know. But one day we're in VC and he's like, "Hey, check out this little rhythm game I found on Newgrounds," and he streams it, and I'm looking at it, and I tried playing it, and I'm like, "Jads, this game doesn't play well." Because it was like the original Newgrounds build when they just like added week 2, and
like
the
history.
input was so messed up, and it was just, man, this game kind of sucks. And he's like, "No, it's cool." And then I don't know, we just kept playing it, and it kind of grew on us, and I downloaded it, and I saw that all the files were just kind of in there. They're not like packed into anything. It's really easy to edit, and I just started messing around with the game.
Yeah, fair enough. By the way, the Versus Imposter team told me to tell you to say hi.
Hello.
They joined in earlier,
Hello.
but it was in the middle of the explanation. I think they left the VC though. Oh well. I try not to interrupt too many times because it's been a bad habit recently. All right. What about you, Ellie? How are you made aware of FNF?
It was like it was also like 2020. It was when like week 2 like first came out because I saw like Senor Paolo's tweet about it. And then like I just kind of like shared it to like a few of my like friends. I was like, this is cool. And then eventually when I got into modding like January 2021 or something, when it was like really like first getting like when it was first like getting motion, I think. Like around, well, not like first getting motion, but it was very early on in the modding scene. Like it was like BB Ponzu made like a few mods, and then there was
It
B-sides.
started to take off, essentially. Starting to find its foundation, you know, not just being reskins, essentially.
Yeah, and like
around that era. Gotcha.
Yeah, and so like I joined like the modding community, like Discord, and then I was on like a little development team for a bit, and then my first like big mob was like the CG5 thing, and that was cool.
Gotcha.
And then now I'm here.
Fair enough. Oh. Yeah, chat's telling me to ask you about B-side, but that's up to them.
Yeah.
We'll get to that.
I'll get to that. I will get to that.
We'll get to it later. Alright, I remember that CG5 mod. I remember hearing about it. Around that time, I still wasn't really in depth with FNF in general. So, I don't really remember all that much about the early days sometimes.
It's like, it's pretty clear for me. I remember a lot of things, and when like things get like re-brought up again, it's like there's like that one post that was like listening to 2021 FNF songs in 2026. Like, it's like, yeah, I remember.
Yeah,
I remember some of these things.
Yeah. Like, stop. My dog's messing with me. Dude, like, go lay down, bud. Like, go. Yo. Okay, he made that too. Dang. Yep. Rosebud's been around the block, essentially. He's been around for ages.
I'm old.
Same here.
I've been making shit for FNF since 2020. The original B-sides release was in, I think, like December 30th of 2020. Just like not many FNF things really go back that far. Usually, like, the farthest back people really go for stuff is like 2021, you know?
Yeah.
Because that's when it was like really blowing up.
It was starting to take off, find its footing, and, you know, people were starting to take notice around that time.
Yeah.
Fair enough. All right. What's your favorite mod in the community at the moment?
You want to go first, Rosebud?
I mean, I don't really know. Honestly, I don't really keep up with a lot of mods all that much besides stuff that like my friends are working on and I see them working on.
Fair enough.
I'm kind of the same.
God knows I can't pick one.
Yeah. I like, well, Hotline's cool. I've always liked that one.
Hotline's really damn good.
Like sometimes occasionally like some of our friends will like stream stuff and I'll see it, but like I'm not really sure. I like that like Ducad mod, I think, is like that looked cool.
Ducad, yeah.
Yeah.
I think
I didn't
play that one, yeah.
I didn't get to play it yet because I keep forgetting, but it looks really, really cool.
Yeah,
and
I played it a while back. It's pretty unique actually. I liked it.
There's like a lot of like unique little mods I see sometimes that like I want to take inspiration from because this like the stuff they do is like neat. There's like this one where like there's like arrow poses and then there's like poses that are just like the character kind of changing like background sort of like in their sprite.
Oh, I got an example for you actually. Have you heard of the CCM mod?
I don't think so.
It was an OC mod that kind of flew under the radar quite heavily, and the last song of it, Stripes, I believe the name of it, kind of describes what you were talking about. Actually, let me. I had a clip somewhere. I'm trying to find it. Like a week. There it is. I found it. Something like this. I shared it to the space. It's Comical Caution Mixtape. This is the last song of it. I just shared it to the top of the space. See what I mean? Something like that.
If I click on this, will I like exit the space?
No, you're good.
Or...
It'll just link you to the video. It doesn't kick you out.
Okay. Oh, this is cute.
Yeah, it kind of flew way under the radar.
Oh, I see.
I'm not sure if I can see what you're talking about.
Yeah,
but
I think I can send it to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was surprised this one flew under the radar. It's crazy.
That shared the space again.
Yeah, it's all good.
I meant to.
But,
I just wanted to say.
You can go.
Okay. There's a mod that my friend's working on that's really cool. It's called Power Funk by Mr. DJ and
I was
Requiem,
just gonna say that.
Oh hell
yes,
yeah.
It's very, very good, and I'm really, really excited to like actually play it for myself. I say that, and yeah, I probably will forget, like I do all things. But you know, DJ and I are like, we're good friends, so I want to.
Yeah, the Axom's mod, Silly Hour.
Oh yes,
that's good.
That one's good.
That one's pretty good. I agree with that one. That's really good. All right, fair enough. Asking credit. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. Don't worry. All right.
Are they yelling about B-sides?
Nah, they're asking about FPS engine or FPS Plus.
FPS Plus.
And there's my friend JD ST was saying, Rosebud, you've been an inspiration for me to do FNF music for years now. You're so good. You're so good and much love.
Aw.
Heck yeah, man. All right.
Thank you.
Okay, so someone else said, I think I heard once someone said they were making they made a tweet of my comment predicting the rest of the weeks in Power Funk. That's funny. All right. All right, so back to Vinyl Girl. What was the biggest hurdle in the mod's development, essentially?
It's a bit personal, but I don't really mind talking about it because, like,
if it's personal, you don't have to. It's
no, I don't mind. I mean, it's made. It's made public. I mean, I've talked about it before. It's like, at least what I would consider the biggest hurdle is like, my mom passed away.
Oh. Yeah. Okay. You good?
Yeah, it's okay. No, it's fine. It's but like, I mean, we were working on the mod like after that happened, but it was still kind of like I was going through all this like moving house and dealing with like everything and also like I wanted to make like an animated like cutscene for it, which I mean eventually, you know, there's the animated intro in the mod, and that took a bit because I was like paying someone to make that for me. I mean, I was animating it like myself at first, and then I was like, I don't animate good, so I just like had some help from like a friend. But yeah, that's like what I would consider to be like the hurdles in Vinyl Girl. I don't know if Rosebud has anything.
Yeah, I mean for the original mod, it was kind of because the three main songs were made like late 2021, and like only very like lightly touched up before the release, but it was like in between like that and the release in 2023 there was kind of like a year gap where not much was getting done because just, you know, a bunch of life stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah, for like the new like Vinyl Girl EP, there wasn't really much in terms of like any like hurdles in development really. It's just I think for that it was just some of the art assets took a bit of time to make.
I was really struggling with making a new Vinyl Girl sprite for a while. It was like hard to like make her like look right. The thing is like for the original mod, you know, I made her sprite first and she was just supposed to be like against like base boyfriend. But I thought it looked bad, so that's why I like made a new boyfriend. But here I like tried to like, because it's like a playable character in the style of, you know, the game. I wanted to like, you know, try to like update her design for one thing, and also just make, you know, better sprite than
make it fit in with the art of base game.
Yeah, I tried. I try my best.
Yeah, you gotta do it. You do what you can, you know.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. All right, fair enough. We'll get to the open Q&A soon. We're actually getting to these pretty quick, actually. But, yeah. All right, we have 7 more questions after this one. But how often have you and your team met up in VCs for mod work?
I don't know, for like mod work specifically, not. I don't know, because for the most part, a lot of like a lot of the stuff that we've been doing recently has kind of just been mostly me and Ellie, with like a few other people helping here and there.
Mhm.
So mostly if we're like we don't really like call that much specifically for like mod stuff, but sometimes if we'll just be in like a call with like our group of friends and we'll just be working on stuff while talking to people sometimes.
Fair enough. So it sounds like you guys really just get to the grindstone essentially, just on your own side, so independently.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Fair enough. You'd be surprised about whenever this question and other variants I've asked in the past. Usually, it's like 95% of the time because people across different time zones and all that. They say it's used like once or twice a week usually. So that's for like other stuff, I don't know. Where I was
I mean,
going with that one.
we're talking a lot with friends in VCs and stuff, so it's not like we're
Yeah.
like it's just kind of like if we're mostly like just kind of doing our own stuff
thing.
when we can, not really
Gotcha.
like setting aside like a specific like time or place to like, okay, everyone work,
Just doing it at your own pace essentially.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. Well, that kind of answers number 11 technically, because everything gets done on your own time. So I think that one's pretty much answer with that one. Okay. Let's move on to number 12 then. Do you play other rhythm games outside of FNF?
I used to more. Mostly what I played before FNF, I played a lot of Guitar Hero,
Oh hell yeah!
and I played a bit of OS, but I never really got into it. But most of my like, I guess, rhythm game experience before FNF was Guitar Hero.
Same here, honestly.
Which thinking about it, that's probably why a lot of the early B-side songs had so many jacks in them. Because this is kind of the charting style in Guitar Hero, because you don't actually have to like press the button. You can just hold it down and strum the thing.
Yeah.
But
heck yeah.
I don't know. I'm not like. I mean, I play some stuff sometimes, but I'm not. There's not like any like other rhythm game that I really play too much right now,
Gotcha.
like exclusively or anything.
All right. What about you, Ellie?
I like Rhythm Heaven. I think it's cool. I like Parappa, and I actually play Parappa. Not all the time, like occasionally.
I need to actually try that out.
Yeah, there's like a thing going around right now that's like Parappa fans don't even actually play the game. But I love Lammy. Lammy's really good. That's probably my favorite in the Parappa series.
Yeah.
I like Project Diva, but I'm not very good at it. And I'm also very, very not good at poppin' music, but I think that one's cute too.
On time, we'll do that later. Don't worry.
Cause like poppin' music's like a 9-key rhythm game, I think, and like
oh god no.
they're like nowhere. The only time I've really gotten to play one was at like an arcade in like Las Vegas, I think. So, yeah, I don't have much experience with that one, but the characters are cute and the songs are cool.
Yeah, fair enough. I played a whole bunch of them growing up. Honestly, Guitar Hero, DJ Hero, band, Rock Band, just to name a few. Kind of why I'm more of a filthy down scroller.
When I was
myself all the time.
I remember when I was young, I had Lego Rock Band on my
Oh,
DS.
yeah. Oh, my sister had that actually. They had that little accessory that only used on the original DS model. And it was the guitar. Was it Guitar Hero?
I think it was the Guitar Hero one that had that, because I don't remember
Yeah.
having that.
Yeah, I think it was that one. I get that one confused. Yeah, it actually had like something you'd have to attach to the old DS that used the Game Boy slot to actually play the game, if I recall correctly.
We know that the Game Boy slot was in every single model of the DS and was never removed ever.
I wish.
I wish too, but I guess the
I
SD
wish.
card was, good for the DSi.
Yeah, you can make a post about send a picture of your DS, and people are like, you mean 3DS? Like people act like the original DS doesn't exist anymore. That's how old it is.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I've seen posts like that on my main account. Actually, you mean 3DS, brother? I feel older. Thanks for that reply. All right, fair enough. So how did you find your dev crew for your mods?
So, for me, I mean, I guess like it's just kind of like, well, I knew Jads way before any of this. I knew Jads in like 2018, and it's kind of interesting what happened, because there were the whole reason why any of this happened was why, like, I guess how like I even like got into like FNF ultimately is because Jads really wanted to play Fall Guys. It was like, hey, get Fall Guys, let's play Fall Guys. And then I got the game. It's like, okay, let's play Fall Guys. And it's like, sorry, I'm playing with other people. And then he kept doing that, and eventually I was just like, hey, can I just like join you guys? And he's like, I don't know. And it turns out he was part of this little like dev group working on some indie stuff, and he hadn't told me about them, and it was like two completely separate friend groups that he like kept completely separate. I didn't learn about them until then, and then that's when I first met Cval, and then eventually we all kind of started to hang out in like the larger like dev server for their stuff, and then it's kind of just from then it's just kind of been like whoever we're like friends with, at the time, our group of friends. It's mostly that. I typically try not to, I guess, like, get a lot of people that I don't really know on stuff, just because it's harder to manage, and I feel like it's kind of... I like to keep the stuff I'm working on, like... I don't know exactly why. It's just... I've never really been a big fan of, like, managing a bunch of people that I don't know, because then I kind of you gotta be a bit more like
aware, more in touch, just overall.
Yeah, you have to. You kind of it makes it more of like a management thing and less of just working on stuff with friends.
Yeah,
and I don't really know if I like being a big management guy.
I get that. As somebody who does have to manage people and his IRL job, yeah, it's not fun. Man. Alright, fair enough. Fair enough. Alrighty, question 14. What are your thoughts on the community's reaction to your work?
I don't know. It's kind of... it's kind of interesting because I see, you know, when I make stuff, I see a lot of positive reception to stuff. Obviously, you know, there's, you know, a lot of it, and I'm really grateful for, you know, all the people that listen to my stuff and that, you know, they like it and they enjoy it. But sometimes, like, you'll see like one thing, it's like someone kind of like if I remake a song and get some comments that are like, this sounds worse than the original,
Oh boy.
or like, you know, sometimes I'll make a post about something that's completely unrelated, then I'll see some guy being like, wow, anyways, where's B-sides? And it's like, you know, you kind of feel like, man, just let me do this stuff. But I also kind of get it, because, you know, it's a thing that people like, and they're interested in what's happening with it. And I haven't talked about it that much.
Fair enough. I feel the same way about me doing FNF stuff, but I do a bunch of other stuff. But I still have fun with it.
And you know, sometimes I'll, you know, I'll hope for something to do a bit better than it actually ends up doing. But ultimately, you know, as long as, you know, there are people that will, you know, listen to my stuff and they'll like it. And I think it's kind of neat that I even, you know, have the opportunity to like share the stuff that I create with like a lot of people. And it's nice being able to do that, because not a lot of people get the opportunity to do that.
I feel the exact same way, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I talk about all the time. Like, I do a lot more stuff outside of just the FNF interviews and FNF streams and all that. And it kind of stings that doesn't do nearly as well, but I'm still having fun in both areas. But I'm always down to, you know, chat about FNF at this point.
Ellie over here is having all their artwork super blow up.
Okay. Oh, don't make me blush. It's just interesting because like that's like all these characters I'm drawing, those are a part of like the Vinyl Girl like universe. I mean, they're like the people in it, and like, I mean, it's kind of just like background fluff sort of thing, but like it's fun to draw, and it's just really nice to see that like people really do care about like these characters and like this kind of like story I want to try to tell. And I never really see anything like negative regarding my work, really. So I guess I'm doing something right.
Yeah.
And like Rosebud said, like I am truly like blessed to like have this like thing I have this like skill, and I've been developing it for years, and I get to share it with so many people, and people and now like I'm at that point where people are like inspired by me, and it's crazy to me. I don't know. It's just I feel really thankful, like Rosebud said.
Hell yeah. Fair enough. But yeah, I feel the exact same way as you two. But in general, in my case at least, I'm pretty sure anyone can do what I do. Like I'm no major artist. I can't draw for shit. I can't make music and all that. But I can at least, you know, give a fun time to everybody. I know that much. But aside from that, you know, everyone has a fun time. So, that's just me. All right. Anyway, let's move on to question 15. Were there any scrapped ideas for the mod you like to share?
Like vinyl, or just like any?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, anything really is fine.
Well, for vinyl, we had like a Stereo 8 and beat song that wasn't like used.
Yeah,
and
there, because originally, like right after, I guess not right after Vinyl Girl, but like shortly after Vinyl Girl came out, Ellie was kind of wanted to like, okay, let's do Vinyl Girl 2. let's do it. And it kind of, I guess it was, we kind of like rushed into it a bit without really kind of figuring out everything beforehand, so it ended up not really getting all that far into development. But that's where the beat song, beatbox in Vinyl Girl EP came from. And there we had some other stuff planned that I did a song for that would it's kind of like it kind of would have been like the character mixes, but it would, I guess, like replace Vinyl Girl with beat, and they would have like remixes of the songs and stuff.
It was like initially we had like I invited like a lot of my like friends or like people I was just talking to at the time to the new like Vinyl Girl, and there were like quite a bit of songs that got made, I think, but like we just didn't end up like using them because like I was pretty like like I said, I kind of like rushed into things because I was just very excited to like do more. I'm trying to think of like what we scrapped for like other mods though, and I'm not really sure what there is.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Where did the freaking fox come from? I don't know what you're talking about, J10. Look at the YouTube chat. I haven't really been paying too much attention to it. I'm not on my A game today. I'm not gonna lie. Tired. I'll manage. All right. Well, we can always jump back to this question if you find anything or remember something. It's all good.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So, if there was anything you wished were different with the mod, what would that be?
We should have had stereo 8 from the start.
Yeah.
Because that whole thing was kind of weird. Because we had Cassette Girl, and then the whole thing happened, and then Game Banana was like, "You can't use Cassette Girl," and then Ellie Ellie took down the mod temporarily. It was also it was like right after Penkaru played it as well, because we had been, because we're friends with Pen, and I'd been kind of like joking with them, and it's like, why won't you play by mod? And then they eventually they played it, and then like right after that the Cassette Girl stuff happened, and then the mod was taken down temporarily, but we were also like going on vacation, so we were away while that was going on, and the mod was down, and we couldn't really do anything because we were like out of the country.
Well, shit.
But I think ultimately, I think it ended up being for the better, because Stereo 8 is such a better character.
Stereo 8 is a very important character now. And pretty much the whole reason why I even like made like a new world about it, because like, and also just like the story, like my idea for like the cassette and vinyl like interaction was like it was kind of like a one-sided like crush sort of thing, and then cassette's like, I'm not really into that, because that was just my idea for that, and then when I made Stereo, I was just like, oh, I can make my dolls kiss now. I can do that. As for like other things I wish that were different, it'd be like there's like a lot of times where I don't have a lot of like energy to work on stuff, like especially like longer term stuff, so I kind of wish like I could like put in like more effort, more time.
I
but
know
sometimes
that feeling all
like,
too well.
But sometimes like I have like my life, and sometimes I just get like I pivot to like other things, and I get hyper fixated on other things, and it's like this whole this whole thing,
Endless cycle.
like as you see right now. Yeah.
That has been me all freaking week, not gonna lie, and that's kind of why I'm fucking exhausted myself today. That'll be fine. Yeah. Alright. Understandable. Alright, I got one more question, and then we'll open the floor for anyone that wants to ask you guys questions. Of course, you have the right to deny answering them, but that's all up to you guys. Anyway, before that, question 17. Do you have any other projects in the background you'd like to share?
Well, there's something, but I don't know if it's like too early to talk about. I guess it's the Rosebud. It's the Lala. Can I talk about that or not?
You can talk about that if you want.
Okay, so I have this other mod in mind called La La Land, and it's about my characters Lala and Viol and Aeon. And I wanted it to be sort of like a music video mod. And right now there's like not a lot like done. It's like mostly like I need to storyboard a lot more of it, but the song's done. At least for the most part, unless Rosebud like ever wants to go back to do some stuff to it. But we started this like it was like April 2024, and I did like all the art for it in a week, and then like Silly Billy came out, and I was like, oh wait, I need to step up my game a little bit.
Yeah.
So I wanted to make like something that's like cooler for the song, because the song is really really good. It's like I think it's like my favorite FNF song that hasn't, and I'm totally not biased by the way.
No, totally not.
It's just it's a big project just because it's essentially the I guess the idea behind it is that instead of having characters and they do their little FNF singing things, it's basically a unique music video, and you're just playing the music video, and it's like a whole animation, and the song's like 4 minutes long or something. So it's just a big undertaking, but
yeah, hopefully
we'll be able to do that eventually.
That's like it's a fucking monstrous undertaking.
Well, luckily, there's at least like a couple of friends who want to like help me with it, I think.
Chat's saying Vinyl Girl should get her own animated series, to be honest. Yeah, fair enough.
Well, the thing is, like, I really see. I'm not sure, like, because I want Rosebud to be, a part of it, and I think like, I think like a lot of the reason why people like Vinyl Girl is because of like the music and the silly little character voices like go with that. And so I'm thinking like my idea is that I want to have like this big fan game eventually that's just like it's like built on like FNF FPS Plus, I suppose, and like I just want to make the random access melodies like game, and that's like that'll be like the story that I tell. I mean, I was thinking of making like some animated like cartoons eventually, but for the most part I kind of wanted to have this story be like a mod, because that's how it started and that's how I think is like most fitting for like this character to go, I guess.
Fair enough. All right. Anything else you guys would like to share before we move on to the open Q&A stuff?
I
It's all
can't
good
really
if you don't
think
have
of anything.
It's all good.
Yeah.
You wanna let the people ask me about B-sides now?
Yeah. Okay. All right. We're opening the floor. All right. So, okay. So I'll use this one that's in the YouTube chat. Okay. My question is going to be pretty expected, but I've seen a couple people here saying B-sides got canceled. Is that true? And if so, what happened?
B-sides is not canceled.
Yeah, it's not canceled.
Not canceled.
It's just
However, First off, I just want to say I've kind of been like writing down my thoughts, and I'm thinking of making a video and just uploading it to my YouTube, like explaining what's going on.
That's probably
But-
the best idea.
Yeah, so I want to do that to kind of, reach the most people about it, so that people know what's going on. But the gist of it is that B-Sides isn't canceled, but what basically happened is, as we were working on Wave 2, the assets are old, some of the stuff isn't quite up to, the quality that we can do now. And I feel like the way that it was kind of going, I feel like it might have been somewhat disappointing and not quite up to like what I would like out of something that I'd release. So it's B-Sides isn't it's not canceled, but we're kind of like refactoring the whole thing and kind of trying to I guess like almost like restart again, but have it be more like original and more unique.
All
And
right.
a lot of the reason why stuff never got done is because a lot of people that were like, there's a lot of stuff. It's weird because there's a lot of stuff done that I have done and that I think is still pretty good, at least music wise, but it's not enough to really release anything. And a lot of the other people working on it, because B-Sides is old,
Yeah.
and some people they kind of lose steam. They want to move on to more newer, more exciting things. So we're kind of
You'd be surprised how many people like the old stuff more than the new stuff, actually. But that might be nostalgia talking in most cases.
yeah. It's different when it's something that you're making, because you kind of feel chained down
I
by
know that feeling
the
all too
older
well.
stuff. So I guess we're kind of trying to rein it back in and kind of build up momentum again and make something that we all think is something that we're all excited for and like would be happy releasing.
Yeah.
So B-Sides is not canceled. In fact, I was working for stuff, working on stuff for it like an hour ago. So it's not canceled,
not
but
dead.
it's not dead, but it's kind of,
It's work in progress.
guess.
Or
it's work in progress. And for a long time, a lot of stuff, like we just kind of we're just working on other things that we wanted to work on more. So it's been such a long time, but we haven't been like consistently working on it. So it's not like there's been like 3 years of work done.
no. From what you said earlier, you guys kind of go at your own pace, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there will be more B-Sides information, I hope, in the near future.
Hell
But
yeah, man.
it'll be bigger and better than ever.
Yeah. I just
Just you
hope
wait.
I hope people will like respect that, like, we just kind of try to like work at our own pace. And I know people really want to see like what like is in store, what we can do. It's just things take time, and sometimes like interests change and pivot and whatnot. But we do want to get back to it. I made a lot of art for it. That probably isn't going to get used now because we're going to like remake all the sprites and stuff. I don't know about backgrounds though. I think Rosebud said backgrounds are still okay, but maybe I'll go back and like redo. I had to redo one of them, honestly. Actually,
Yeah, I think we don't want to like change anything up, I guess, too much from like what we have in Redux for like Wave 1 stuff, but we want to like cuz all the sprites are like sprite edits and stuff, and it's like it would be nice if it had more of its own style and a more unique thing going on.
Yeah, chat's saying please do take all your time, no rush. Do you want to do what you want to do first, and don't forget your lives matter more than just a silly remix mod. Amen.
Thank you.
Amen. Aye, man. At least we have some sensible people in the community with that kind of comment. Like, I mean, I might be burning myself out recently with the amount of mods I'm trying to keep up with, but hey, I'm still having fun with it.
It's good.
I'll probably be inactive as tomorrow, but you know. All right. Any other questions? Do you see yourself still working on FPS Plus when future updates come? By the way, I'm a big fan of your work and the engines. That was by Ladonic 852.
I honestly don't know how long I'll work on FPS Plus. I will work on it until I feel like stopping, but I've been working on like a big update that changes a lot of stuff that I probably could have released at multiple points, but I just keep like adding stuff to it.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what ends up happening. But I'll keep working on it, and I will keep using it for my stuff. You know, I know it's not that popular of an engine, I guess, for, you know, people to make mods on and all that.
Yeah.
But it's my thing, so I like how it works. So I'll keep using it for all my stuff.
Fair enough. You know, funny enough, I was going to ask a community question the other day about engines, but then I remember seeing all the posts about the Nightmare Vision stuff. But so I didn't want to bring that up during that whole, I wouldn't say argument, but just, you know, not controversy, just a lot of people confused, and I don't know how to explain it. So I went with a different question.
I don't even really know what was going on with that. All I know is that people were talking about engines for like a day or two.
Yeah, it's because FAF, I believe, was moving to Nightmare Vision, if I recall correctly. And I know some people don't like that engine, and then there's conversations about it being just another fork of Psych Engine. Like, it's their coder. Let them use what they want to use. It's not that bad. Anything but V-Slice, in my opinion. Because V-Slice just does not like my PC. I have had no other issues in any other engine. But, yeah, fair enough. But, you know, it's that sort of thing. Alright, I'm glad. Okay, so they said, I'm glad it's not dead. I haven't heard any B-sides news for like 2 years, but yeah, take your time. Don't stress out about it. I do hope there's news soon, though. The science is a little deafening. Yeah, I get that. I understand that angle of it. It's like a certain letter side remix. Yeah. Monkey Boy. Yep, sorry, go ahead.
I was just looking in the chat and I saw someone say, like, is it possible to use B-side Redux Wave 2 designs or like any recreations and like stuff? Sure, I don't care.
Right.
You do whatever you want. You have fun.
Fair enough. All right, so Monkey Boy. Oh, yeah, I thought you were done. Sorry.
It's just the FNF characters with some stuff drawn over them.
All right, so here's one from Monkey Boy. If possible, we ever return to the Game Jam game known as Baritone?
Probably not, but I would like to do other like small little Game Jam games or little fun little games like that again.
Yeah.
Although I probably won't return to Baritone for a few reasons that I don't really want to get into, but
yeah, I was gonna say we probably shouldn't like talk about that.
Yeah, let's just. From the sounds of things, you probably should just leave that there. All right, so
it was fun to work on, though.
Yeah, if anyone wants to check out Baritone on Newgrounds, bar-i-tone, look it up and play it.
All right, so here's one.
It's a rhythm game.
All right, so since we have Fox here, I'll ask Kirk a question before I get to the other ones. Fox asked in text chat, I do have a question. How did you get into Entity, and how was it like working on it back then?
So that's kind of funny. Before the original Agodi thing released, Sugar Ratio just messaged me and was like, hey, I'm making this mod. Do you want to cover a Persona song in it? I'm like, okay, sure, why not? And that's what happened.
And then the rest is history. All
Very,
right.
very big Persona fan, if you couldn't tell.
Yep.
I do like me some Persona,
yeah.
and so did Sugar Ratio. So I guess, you know, the remixes of Persona songs were in fact Sugar Ratio's idea. It wasn't like my idea, like, oh, let me go on this mod and let me remix a Persona song secretly. Like, no, that was like the plan from the start.
All right, fair enough. All right, next question. Let's see here. This one's from CDU. They said, I'm quite surprised that Rosebud is the next interviewee. I've been a big fan of his music for several years, and I'm glad to see he's part of the your interview series. Anyway, question for Rosebud. What has been your favorite song to work on for any of the mods you've composed for?
Favorite song out of any of them?
Yes.
That is quite hard.
Yeah. That's why I keep my questions kind of manageable. Sometimes.
Yeah, it's I mean, I like working on a lot of the Vinyl Girl music because I really like making that sort of like future funk French house style music. I don't know if I can give like one specific thing. It's I don't know. This is gonna be, I guess, like a little weird. I think maybe the most fun I've had making a song was, it might have been like Hell Clown or something, because I remember like we were just kind of, it was just kind of like, I don't know, just went out that day when I was working on the song. It was just kind of fun. People were just kind of like chilling in VC. I was working on it and I was like, hey, I'll be right back. And I disappeared for like an hour and I came back and I'm like, hey, the song's done. And then everyone was, I was showing it off to people, and it was that was a pretty fun moment.
Sounds like you locked the fuck in for an hour.
You know what was a fun song to work on? Violence, which was the tricky song that was for like the canceled thing that I eventually uploaded on my channel. That was really fun because I made that when Jads came over to my house and visited and stayed over for a bit. So we were like working on that together in person on my computer and just kind of like, swapping back and forth.
That was very fun. I was there for it too.
You guys are just having a jam session, just hanging out, and mixing music there. Sounds like. Hell yeah, man. The chat's saying, dude, my Arrow friend's favorite song is Hell Clown. He barely knows FNF. Fair enough.
That's funny.
Just talking about original Hell Clown, tell him to maybe get a little bit better taste.
Alright, so here's a question from Bunker Chappa 08. Is there any FNF song that inspires you? That has inspired you, I think is what they meant to say.
I mean, I kind of said this before with like the mod stuff. I don't listen to a lot of mod stuff really.
Yeah.
So I'm not. And I think this was like a discussion people were talking about like a week or two ago or something, where I try not to let my like influences for like my FNF stuff be just other FNF stuff. So I don't really listen to it a lot. I try to base it more on like just music I like to listen to just in general. I mentioned before Daft Punk, but there's also like Justice. I like to listen to a lot of Justice. There's a guy called Sebastian that I really like his music.
All right, fair
just
enough.
I try to be a bit more influenced from
other aspects that aren't from FNF
stuff like outside of FNF.
Fair enough. I do the same thing whenever it comes to just playing mods and doing these interviews. I try to go in as blind as I usually do, but it's kind of hard to do sometimes. And you'd be surprised how many people say that it was influenced by the meta era interviews. Like, I didn't even know the guy existed before I started doing the interview stuff. I was just wanted to ask questions and do stuff like that essentially. All right. So here's one from Stream Chat. What's your favorite music that you've made outside of FNF?
Outside of FNF, I mean, I like Love Vibe. Love Vibe's kind of old, but I still like listening to it. There is, actually, let me check something real quick. Like, check what I've released on my Newgrounds. It's making me check my email for an activation code. What are they doing?
Hey, it's all good. It's all good. I'm trying to remember if there was this old mod I used to play back when I was learning how to play FNF. I'm trying to remember if I played B-sides with it. It was like versus stream chat. It was kind of like crowd control, but I'm having a hard time if it was B-sides or D-sides. I don't remember off the top of my head. Oh,
There's
yeah,
a song.
Chat brought up C-sides is alive. Yep.
There's a song I did called Love I Found, which I really like.
I was gonna bring up that one too. I like that one.
Daybreak is a cool song.
All right. So somebody on Twitter said, please ask him about week 4. I don't know what about, but that's what they asked.
Well, if you would like to know about week 4, so would I.
Fair enough.
It's maybe the most mismanaged thing I've ever been a part of. And the last thing that was done was kind of all over the place. I think I stayed up over 24 hours working on the demo just to get a finished thing out. I would still like to do it at some point, but it's kind of, a lot of it's kind of gotten all
chaotic, essentially.
It's very kind of hard to manage, and hasn't really been actively worked on. It's kind of like a similar thing to B-sides, but instead of a few people, it's 20 people. So it's
it's a
but
lot.
I did say next demo would be 2027, and I will hold myself to that. I will do something before the end of 2027, or you can feel free to burn my house down with me inside or something. I don't know.
What the fuck? Mark your calendar.
If week 4 doesn't have a new thing released by the end of 2027, my house will be burnt down. It's official. Put that on the wiki.
Put it on the wiki. All right. Here's one from Nicholas on Twitter. They have 2. Question 1, has Vinyl Girl met any mod characters outside of her own mod? And question 2 is, do you have any projects in the works that haven't been shown to the public yet?
Well, about the Final Girl thing, it's I think there's at least one mod that she's in that I forget if I even actually gave permission for. I probably did, and I just forgot. But I just saw it later on because I saw a little someone got commissioned to make a song for her. So I guess she's met other characters, but it's not canonical or anything. Yeah, anything anybody else does with the character isn't I make the canon because she's my character.
Yeah, Vinyl Girl doesn't exactly exist in sort of the FNF mod space,
Yeah.
even even like the original mod, like her singing with boyfriend is like debatably like not even a thing that happens in the actual story.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of its own thing, and it's not really
Connected.
Yeah, not that she won't appear or can't appear in like other mod stuff or whatever, but it's just none of it's like Vinyl Girl the character will never know of Witty.
Oh boy. By the way, the person who was asking about week 4 reappeared. Like they said, yeah, if there's something that doesn't, if nothing comes out for week 4, they said he can burn Rosebud's house down by the end of 2027. And chat saying, people raging at January 1st, 2028 at 12:01 a.m. if no release. All right, fair enough. All right, that's all I got from my side. Chats, a few of them said just wins B-sides, win B-side, bigger up the big B-sides. We already did. So I'm going to go to your post where it says, if you want to interrogate me, now's your chance. Before that, though, Ladonic is back on YouTube chat asking, how was the development for the Halloween mod?
Well, the first one, the first Halloween mod, that one went pretty good. It was like a little bit of crunch time at the end. The second one, I was like, hey, let's do Halloween mod again at like the beginning of September, and not much was done until like a week or two before the mod came out. So it was just like 2 weeks of like crunch constantly, which it kind of sucked, but I like how the thing ended up turning out, even if it was like a little bit rough. And then Halloween mod, we're gonna do another Halloween mod, or at least I was planning on it, and people said that they were interested, but there's just some weird stuff going on at the time, and people end up just kind of not really doing it. And then I released like the one song I made that Halloween. But I don't know, I'd be down to do more Halloween mod stuff in the future because I like it. And if my friends are down to work on stuff, then we'll probably do another one at some point.
All right, the next question is by Darth Rage VA. So their question is, when did you come up with the concept of B-sides? Also, what was your first game that you worked on? Also, was the first game that you worked on Zardy's Maze?
I didn't really work on Zardy's Maze.
Yeah, no, that's what they were asking.
I did. Swanky Box commissioned me to do a thing for something else that wasn't Zardy's Maze, but it was Zardy's Maze adjacent. I don't know if it was like Zardy's Maze 2 or whatever, and I think that came out, but it had a different name or something.
Zardy's Caves, I think it was.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't even know if that's in the final thing or not, but I think it was like in the trailer at some point. But the first game that I guess I worked on properly was Bunker Bum Rush before FNF. Worked with the little team of people.
How did I just now realize that Zardy's Cave came out in December of 2024? God, I'm slow.
But
I bet.
I guess the first thing was that, and then I guess technically it was just a demo. So if you want to count like just games that are out and finished and not just a demo, I guess it would be Baritone. But I worked on Bunker Bum Rush a bit before, which was kind of fun, but it was in Game Maker, and I'm not the biggest fan of Game Maker.
Understandable.
But what was the other part of the question? It was, how did you come up with the concept of B-sides?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know. It's just, I mean, I didn't come up with the concept of B-sides in general because that's a thing with cassettes and records.
Yeah.
There's an A side and a B side, You flip it over, and it plays different stuff.
Yep.
And a lot of times, you know, if there's like someone, if an artist would like release an EP or something, they'd put their music on it, and then maybe they'd get some like remixes or alternate versions, and they put that on the B-side. So that's kind of the theory behind B-sides. It's just, you know, it's just a collection of remixes of the stuff. It was nothing. I guess it was nothing that was really like
unique about it. It's just the
it was just like
lack of a better term.
Yeah, but it you know it was nothing that was like there's no like real like theme. I guess it was just, you know, it's the B-side of the stuff. It's just remixes.
Yep, I'm showing the stream chat what the B side, what you're talking about with the cassette. There's an A side and there's a B side. We flip them for both sides.
I saw a lot of people when it came out saying that it was a reference to Celeste as well, because I think Celeste has like you can find cassettes that unlock like the hard mode versions of the levels that are, I think they call it B-sides, but it's not a reference to Celeste. It's just a reference to the thing.
Yeah. I kind of already knew about the cassette stuff before I even joined FNF stuff. No, I kind of figured it out myself, but yeah, more you know, info to spread out.
And that's also kind of like, because, you know, got other sides mods.
Yeah, D-sides.
And you know, I know they're just kind of, you know, just playing off of B-sides, but it doesn't really make sense when you think about it.
Unless you have a freaking third dimensional, you know, tape player, I guess.
Cassette tape pyramid.
Cassette tape pyramid. Fair enough. But yeah, that's the general concept of a side, essentially. All right. Here's one by a good friend, Memon Kawase. Questions for you specifically. Is there a rule for B-sides designs and remixes? What effects do you use for chromatics like Zardy and Cable Crow? Any more ideas from your idea vault? I'll share this one so we can keep track of the questions.
The idea vault. I haven't heard that in a long time.
I know, right?
But there isn't really a rule for B-sides designs or remixes. It's mostly just, you know, stuff I find cool. You know, let's give everyone a jacket with pop collars. You know, it's, I don't know, I try not to, or I didn't really try to like come up with anything in specific in terms of like theming the designs, but I tried to give each character kind of, I guess, like I don't know, just like kind of something to switch up how they are a bit, like, you know, the Tank Man biker stuff, you know, change it from, you know, like a military thing to like a biker gang.
Gotcha.
I don't know, nothing like really that specific. It's just kind of, I was just doing whatever.
It's funny how like some of the like designs are just kind of like coincidences a little bit, because like the B-side BF has like pink hair, and like the beta BF has pink hair, something like that.
Yeah, like, and that was, we did that way before they even talked about any of that stuff. That they were shutting that stuff off. So
this is a crazy coincidence.
We did it second first.
So. You did it publicly first.
Yeah.
I guess that would work there. All right. Her second question is, what effects do you use for chromatics like Zardy and Cable Crow?
There's like a bunch of stuff. That reminds me. There's like a guy that messaged me and I sent like a picture of the effects chain, so maybe I can like find that and look at it real quick. So I can sort of look at it. It's just a lot of I don't know. I know exactly how to describe it. But for pretty sure Zardy and Cable Crow, they use the exact same effects chain, or like almost the exact same effects chain. It's just different people voicing them.
Fair enough.
It's a lot of it's like compression, a frequency shifter, flanger, bit reduction, a phaser, some Ableton effect called erosion, which I think like mixes noise into like the signal, chorus, and like an echo.
All right, sounds about.
And that's like that, you know, for Cable Crow and Zardy specifically, I guess.
All right. I let her know to check the time code from when we started answering this question. She'll get her answer. I think she's busy with something.
And in terms of stuff for the Idea Vault, I don't really have any other plans for that. I guess the whole point originally was I would update it with, you know, whatever I wanted when I wanted to. But I think it didn't end up doing that well. And, you know, the art, because I wanted to do everything myself, and the art was kind of janky because I'm not the best artist. And I just kind of like, I'm not sure if I want to continue this.
All right.
So I don't have any plans for that or anything like that. At least now.
Can I say something about the Idea Vault for a second?
Sure.
It was
What are you gonna say?
about the boyfriend, the Witty song.
What about it?
It was just like I think at first you were just going to use like the sprite, maybe, like just him as
I was, yeah.
And then you traced over it. And then I told you to make a new one, and you were like, okay.
You're like, this looks bad. Make it better.
Yeah, because I didn't. Because like I just thought it'd be better if like if you made like a new one instead of just tracing over with like your own style. I think it. I mean, I like your art. It's cute. I think it came out really good.
It's janky. It's really janky.
I don't care. I like it.
My art's definitely gotten better now, but I think, you know, back then, I don't know. Also, a little tidbit of information about the Idea Vault. The witty thing I did for that song was because originally Witty was gonna have a B-sides thing, but we never ended up doing it for I don't even remember why. But the Witty design that I used in the Idea Vault was kind of like a Redux design idea I came up with for Witty, kind of. So if you ever want to know what B-sides Witty would actually look like if it was in Redux, imagine the Idea Vault Witty song, but if it looked good.
Itty boo. All right. Okay. All right. You good on that one? You all set? You all good? You good
Yeah.
with that one? All right. All right. So I got one from Discord DMs actually. They got a quick question for you. Who or what inspired you to start making music? And they have a second one, but I'll do that one.
It's, I mean, in terms of like musical inspirations, you know, I listened to Daft Punk a lot when I was younger. I always liked that type of music, and I wanted to do that. But also my dad, because my dad is a musician, and he's like an audio engineer and stuff, and it's I always like, it was something that was always kind of interesting, you know. Sometimes he'd like be up late at night, and I'd kind of sneak into his room and like watch him doing whatever he was doing in like Pro Tools or whatever. It was just fun. It was just like something that always seemed fun to me, and I was, you know, I'm a real music enjoyer, you know.
Yeah.
I think the medium of music is it allows you to like express yourself in like ways that you can't really describe.
Yeah.
And it's just, I like being able to do that.
Fair enough. Music can also affects people mentally as well on occasion, from what I've been reading a while back. It helps you focus up, relax. It does a lot of stuff, actually.
I mean, like, yeah, I need constant music like in the background because it makes me feel relaxed. Not now because like there's like other audio stuff going on and I want to hear the questions, of course. But like usually like I'll be in a call and I'll like be just blasting music and I'll have to be like, huh? Music is incredible.
I'll usually have music playing in the background. I got a playlist going on right now, kind of quiet.
Same. I've had people ask like, why don't you play like Subway Surfers on the side? Like I was about to tell them, like, shut the fuck up. This freaking TikTok level shit. But yeah, no, I would get too distracted by playing a game while doing these interviews, essentially. And most people listen to these interviews in the background, just as background noise to learn about stuff. You'd be surprised, actually. Yeah, I'm fine with that. All right, so Aerodash also had one more question. What program do you use to make music?
Ableton Live. I do not use FL Studio, so every time someone asks me for an FLP, I just smile.
I can imagine that scenario.
I know what his smile is like, so I'm imagining him smiling right now.
He's smiling right now.
Yeah,
Evil restless smile.
I get the same smile whenever someone asks me how the fuck I censor myself.
But I use Ableton. I've never really liked FL. I guess I just never really liked its workflow, so I use Ableton.
Fair enough. All right, you got your answer there, Aerodash. All right, I got another question from Monkey Boy on stream. If you have listened to a number of them, thoughts on Monster fan songs as a whole?
Monster fan songs as a whole? I mean, I guess they're cool. I don't know. I mean, you know, I don't listen to a lot of FNF stuff. I really like Izzy's stuff. Itchy Luff. Their monster stuff is very good.
Oh yeah. So just Alexis D says, "Can I have the FLP of Philly Nice B-sides Rosebud?" Smiles, no. Just a grin. They also said, let's see here. I don't remember what question they were replying to. They said, I used that for my versus imposter B-sides with side A and side B for pre-storyline as of inspiration. By the way, which will be coming out in V2. Yeah, I did stream imposter B-sides a long while ago. Yeah. The whole sides thing's it's cool. Also, we got K-Dev saying, God, I hate this guy in one of your responses.
I saw that earlier and then I remembered. I guess I forgot to follow him. LMAO. So like,
it's like, God, I hate this guy. I can tell he's being sarcastic.
Like you weren't DMing me like a week ago.
He has DM'd the interview account in the past, but I can't really talk about the stuff I've seen. What did you do? Why did you do the blue smiley mod? Is what Ladonic is saying.
Why did I do the blue smiley mod? So one day Sival was like, you know all those PNG mods where people they take the PNGs and they're like the sprites and they stretch out? We could do that. And I was like, dude, we could do that. And we did it. And then we threw something together real quick. A fun little thing.
Fair enough. All right, so here's one by I'm just gonna go by their handle, Zach Plaza. Why do you Friday Night Funkin'?
No, I'm bored.
Nothing else to do.
I just got a little bored. right, fair enough. All right, so then I saw a post from Wizard Mantis as he shows this all. I just shared it to the space because he was responding to, if you ever want to interrogate me, now's your chance, and he posted this.
That wasn't interrogation. That was torture.
Interrogated
There's a
Rose,
difference.
not in chair, Rosebud. That's torture, not interrogation. All right,
I guess something to just say. I think originally when they were doing that, I was really saying like, because they're doing a big collab. I think I originally wanted to do something on it, but everyone had FL Studio, was using FL Studio at the time, and I didn't have it, and I didn't like have anything for it. So even if I did get it, I'd be missing a bunch of stuff. So the logistics of it just kind of seemed like annoying. So we settled on me just showing up in the middle of the song.
Just pops in out of nowhere. Like it also says featuring Rosebud. You just pop in the back. Just Alexis asks, does your OC have a B-side design?
No, but it's kind of interesting. I kind of got like two designs for him. One that I don't really use like publicly anywhere, but I have another design that's because my OC is based on the bird mask that I have.
Mm-hmm.
It's a real thing. I have a bird mask, and I've had that before I had this character. So I kind of, I don't know, I have another design that's like based on how like the actual like mask looks in real life.
Oh, all right.
I don't really use it anywhere just because I don't really have a need to.
Fair enough. All right. So next question is on your post by Synthno. Will Improbable Outset and Bushwhack be getting remakes?
Maybe. Probably Improbable Outset. Next Madness Day comes around and I need to do a remix or something, I'll probably do that. I don't know about Bushwhack. Honestly, I'm not really a big fan of Bushwhack now. I think it's, I don't know.
Hey, that song's still in the back of my head.
It's kind of just kind of goes on too long, and it's, in my opinion, I feel like it's not really structured all that well, and it's just kind of trying to be like a fast song. The reason why I did the Foolhardy remake is because I still kind of see like a lot of potential. I like saw a lot of potential in the song still, even though I think the original song, like quality wise, isn't that great. But even like quality wise, I think if I wanted to like do a Bushwhack thing, I'd rather it just be a completely new thing than try to remake that song, because I don't really think I can do anything that I'd be satisfied with that song currently.
Fair enough. All right. Here's a question by Vinvun. I think that's how I pronounce it. Why is your name Rosebud?
Well, it's not. There's a Z and not an S, so
Yeah, true.
I don't know if I can answer that question, because it just doesn't make sense to me.
a part of me just thought like, oh, I better tell him like, oh, better like next time. But nah, I'm not gonna do that.
I mean, there wasn't really, if you want an actual answer, there wasn't really much thought behind it. It's just kind of, well, first off, I like the color pink. It's my favorite color.
All right, fair enough.
So something vaguely around that, and then also just, I don't know, just kind of, I think where I kind of got the idea, I think in the game Nuclear Throne, there's a loading screen tip that just says Rosebud. I think I saw that and I'm like, this is
That
kind of
could-
where I first saw it. And then eventually, like years later, or like a couple years later, it just was, coming up with like a new username. And I'm like, Rosebud, why not?
Fair enough. Simple as it gets. Yeah, the way someone spelled it in chat earlier said, my brain just thought of Drunk mostly like rose, but yeah, my brain's on fire right now, man. Just imagine it. All right, well, okay, so here's one by Vincent Laura. I'm mainly just curious as to what the status of B-Sides Redux Wave 2 is, and there's a second part to this. And your thoughts on the follow-up mods C/D sides.
I think they're cool. There's D-Sides is cool. There's like some stuff that like, I'm not like the biggest fan of in it, but it's all generally like really, good stuff, high quality stuff.
Heck yeah, man.
But I'm not too into modding stuff like outside of the stuff I do and that my friends do, so I'm not like super tuned in on all of it, but they're cool.
Alrighty, fair enough. I got one. Oh, I might as well share this to space too, because I mentioned earlier I did a poll about which role is the hardest to fill on a mod team in your opinion, or which role would you say is the most underappreciated? A lot of people are saying coders, especially with that many votes. Like 70% people are having they're having trouble finding coders for their mods, or they think it's the most underappreciated.
Well, personally, I've never had an issue finding a coder for any of my mods.
Fair enough.
So
yeah, people just have a hard time making connections out there sometimes.
Yeah,
That's
I
the biggest
think.
thing.
I think it's not like certain roles for like finding stuff on mods it's not too hard as long as you have connections for like anything. But if you don't really know that many people, it's just it is kind of hard to do stuff.
Yeah, starting from
Just
zero
whatever
connections to
whatever that kind of like gap in your little like circle is, it can be hard to kind of fill it in.
Yeah, according to what most of the community is saying, like they're saying almost 70% of people who have answered the poll are having a hard time finding coders or artists, which is 19%. Which honestly, I feel like personally, coders and charters. Was it coders and charters I said, or was it? I think it was coders and charters, in my opinion. Because if you can't find a coder, well, you don't have a mod. And charting, I generally have a fun time with harder charts personally, and those are far and few in between.
I guess I can kind of get the difficulty for finding coders just because the whole landscape is very fragmented. You got Psych Engine, you got like Codename, you got people doing stuff on VSlice, you got people that refuse to work on any version of Psych Engine past like 0.6.3 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's kind of fragmented, and a lot of people kind of have their niche. Like if you like came to me and it's like, hey, can you do like a Lua script? I would be like, I don't really work with that. I could probably figure it out, but
yeah,
it's like one of those things where it's like there's a lot of like smaller like niches, because with like music and art and charting, well, I guess even with charting a little bit, just because it depends on the engine, but there's more like, I guess it's like kind of easier to like transfer that sort of like skill between stuff. But with like art and music, there isn't, it's not like this person uses this program and it's incompatible with this engine. Like it's it's all kind of like everything works with everything else in like a lot of the other stuff.
Yeah.
So I guess it's just kind of
Preferences.
kind of hard to find a few people that all kind of work together on the same sort of thing.
Yeah. And chat brings up Alexis again, says coding is like speaking a new language from all the non-coders out there. As a programmer myself, I have it quite easy to join mods since programmers are like a god's favor in the sub community I'm in. Coding is its own sub community, even outside of FNF. You know, Python, C++, and a bunch of other stuff. Like I know a little bit myself, but I haven't done it in freaking, I'd say like 8 years at least. I did it a little bit in high school, but not by much. But yeah, it's not that easy. It really isn't sometimes. Really depends. Yeah, I was mostly referring to hacks Lamau. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry.
It's all good. Go ahead. I was already done.
I was gonna say, I used to code too. I also did it in high school. I did it for like 3 years or so. And then I was like working on my own game, but I got like stuck. So I kind of just didn't go back to it. And then like the last time I coded, I had to like, I used this program called Alice 3. It was so bad. It's like block-based coding, and it's like 3D models that you gotta like move around with the block-based coding. And I had to make like some 30-second like music video kind of thing or like whatever for my final project. So I did. Do you know Hypnospace Outlaw? Do you know what that is?
I think so.
I did. There's a song from it called Granny Cream's Hot Butter Ice Cream. So I did that, and that was the worst experience ever. And I haven't like coded since. That it was like traumatizing.
Oh God. Coding just gave me too many freaking headaches to deal with, and I'm still dealing with headaches to this day. Not gonna lie. Like yeah, man, they're just nonstop. But that's just for me not resting enough. But regardless, yeah, people were saying like, why didn't I put musicians in it for that poll? And it's like, yeah, that's the easiest answer. That's why I didn't put it in. I wanted to hear other answers because I did this question last year, and this one's night and day. So between this year and last year, coders kind of jumped up massively because of how many other engines there are compared to last year. And then there's people talking about their own unique engines that people were begging directors to switch to, which angers somebody else. Like it's chaotic, from what I can tell. All right, who's playing? This one, I was not expecting this to actually. I was not expecting this post to actually go nuts overnight because they got a lot of replies to it. I'm trying to view them, but I can't do it on desktop anymore, it seems. But yeah, from what I can gather, it's really just preferences and you know, people being able to do what you know, experience is not high enough for what the director or team wants to do with coding, you know, etc. It's chaotic. I'm just trying to nail down something I can tell. But yeah, same thing goes for artists getting the things. A lot of them are the same essentially. Yeah, that's all the questions I can find on both our posts. So chat, if you got any more questions for Rosebud or Ellie here, feel free to send them over. We'll go a few minutes, and then if we don't hear anything, we'll probably wrap it up and call it a day. It's been about almost 2 hours, so yeah, the average length. Going through my Discords to see if someone left something, because I didn't get pings while we've been live here. Where is it? Okay, so here's one by Goofy Goobers, what they're going by. All right. So Rosebud and Ellie, you've made 3 well-known projects: B-sides, FPS Plus, and Vinyl Girl. What's next? And if it doesn't have to be just FNF related. I'm pretty sure y'all already talked about it.
Yeah, pretty much. I think we just
We already talked about it.
Yeah, whatever's next is like that La La Land thing, and like Ram in the future, and just more like far off things, I guess, because like right now it's just kind of like, yeah.
Gotcha. All right, Ladonic back with another question. What's your favorite feature in FPS Plus?
Little buddies. I like the little buddies.
Little buddies.
Fair enough. I think I saw that in Sonic the Funk, and that's pretty fun. Okay. Ooh. Don't go to the homepage. Here's a question by Marquise. Marquise, welcome back, man. What's the art programs your team commonly likes using?
Well, we use Flash. I use Flash CS6 for character sprites, usually, and Clip Studio for like backgrounds. I've done backgrounds in Flash for like B-sides, but I'll do like backgrounds in Clip for like Vinyl Girl, or I did in both the original one and in EP. I used Clip Studio. That's pretty much it. I guess well, Axum worked on EP, and they use Procreate to make sprites.
Fair enough. All right. Oh, you good? Oh no, I thought you were going to say something. All right. I got another one for Ellie. What art and/or artists inspire you?
Okay, this is a loaded question, because there's a lot of people. I like Takashi Murakami a lot, and Osamu Tezuka, Gendy Tartakovsky, Rob Renzetti. It's like a lot of people. I like Rodney Greenblatt, the Parappa artist.
Nice.
And also like a lot of music inspires me, like Fantastic Plastic Machine, as you can see from like some recent like things I've done too.
Yep.
But yeah, just pretty much I try to like find something good in like pretty much everything I engage in. I try to find like something to get inspired by, or just something I find cool, I guess.
Yeah, fair enough. Understandable. All right. Any more questions before we wrap up, chats? On Discord, Twitter. I'm going to check something. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Rosebud. I was actually kind of surprised that your form submission was back on April 20th of last year. That felt like way too early on for the whole project wasn't even really full scale yet on interview stuff.
I don't know. It was weird. I think I just saw it. And I'm like, you know what? I'll just put in the thing. Why not? And I was bored.
Fair enough.
And then took a bit, I guess.
It did kind of
the nature of randomly selecting stuff.
Yeah, with over 200 people, 230 now, you kind of I try to be as fair as I can, so it takes a long while.
You should only interview all the famous people and never all the small guys. That's what I think.
I
This
don't
is
know
my
about
opinion.
that. Yeah, fair enough. But you know,
Yeah.
I don't know. I was doing interviews like 6 months before the whole thing started off, the interview account. And generally, I feel like the smaller people, for lack of a better term, generally, I don't know how to explain it actually. Yeah, I really don't know how to explain that feeling. I don't know. I try personally to play a lot of small mods every now and then. Like, content creator myself, big mods,
Yeah.
of course I'm going to play them, but, there's always going to be some droughts and all that. But I try to find the best out of small mods too. Like charting.
It is
Yeah.
kind of nice to like spotlight some
Smaller stuff.
more smaller critters, yeah.
Yeah, you never know. It might be taken off like the week after, like a certain one of the mods I interviewed in the past. You never truly know. All right. Let's see here. Okay, we got a request from Alexis here on Discord DM, so I'm just gonna share this. So they wanted to ask you, Rosebud, if you would approve these designs for their B-side versus Imposter. They said it's not really necessary. I was just afraid to ask since this interview was happening. It's like an opportunity for the mod to turn slightly bigger. So, yeah. Yeah, I'm just showing it on the YouTube side, essentially. Versus Imposter B-sides, yeah.
I guess you do whatever you want for it, It's like, I don't know. I kind of feel weird when people are like
asking for approval, sort of thing.
Like asking for approval, because I don't think there's ever anything where I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm doing a fan B-side thing. Can you like, do you want to like officially endorse it or anything? Like, I'm not gonna really like officially endorse anything, but if anyone can do whatever they want, I'm not gonna be like, no, you cannot use the concept of B-sides,
Yeah,
go ahead and make
just have fun with it, essentially.
Just have fun with it.
Yeah, I figured that was the answer that they were gonna give. But yeah, fair enough. There's your answer, Alexis. But yeah, I did play your mod. I played that back in 1.5, if I recall. Imposter B-sides. Yeah, I streamed it a while back. But yeah, here's another one. Favorite games, Rosebud.
Favorite games. Recently, I have been playing a lot of Overwatch, even though sometimes that game makes me want to bash my head into a wall.
I know that feeling.
I like the finals a lot. That's
I've heard anyone mention that in a long time.
I'm one of those people that's like, this game is a secret masterpiece and you just don't all get it.
You just don't understand.
I'm a big fan of Nuclear Throne. I like the Doom games. I'm a big like FPS guy, but not.
From sounds of it, yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
I like the Persona series. The Persona games are very good as well.
Hell yeah! I still had to replay through the Royal after my save got corrupted. Ay.
That's the thing that sucks with them, is that if you ever gotta like restart them, they're so long.
Say goodbye to 100 hours of progress.
Yeah, that's what happened to me.
I know that pain so well right now. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna take a break for another year. God dang it, man. All right, so Marquis Artuis. I don't know how to pronounce the names of that. Marquis. What advice would they give new modders for starting mods?
For starting mods, don't go into it trying to like make the next big thing. Just, and I also say like don't try to like make like a team with like a bunch of people you don't really know when you're starting off. Kind of keep it kind of keep it small, keep it with a close group of friends. You know, have fun with it. Don't make it like a serious, a big serious thing.
Yeah. That's
I mean,
And-
this is like a community, so like when you get to know people in the community, they become, you know, your friends eventually.
yeah.
If you
Yeah.
get that. And you know, that's where like the true magic is, I think, is like, you know, making this thing with like a bunch of, you know, passionate other like creators, and also like you guys are just chill.
Fair enough. Yeah, I hear that all the time. Like, that is true. A lot of people, from at least my knowledge, at least my understanding of things, people do trace trends all the time in the community, but they also, you know, I explain this. You hear a lot of people complaining about how OC mods don't get a lot of attention. Have you heard about that? 'Cause
Yeah.
I play a bunch of them personally. Like, I make it a point to play a bunch of them. Like, yeah, they just don't get enough support. They don't got enough traction.
I guess like the thing is that people say that, you know, you know, OC mods don't get enough support, they don't get enough love. And the truth of the matter is that it's really hard to get random people invested in characters they know nothing about,
Yeah.
in a thing that doesn't really, you know, go into like their character detail that much. And I think some people gotta like temper their expectations a little bit, because as much as it would be awesome if like everyone's characters were getting recognized for everything, I think you kind of gotta take like if you have an OC mod and it does like moderately well, you know, that's a big win, you know, because even stuff like Vinyl Girl for me and Ellie, like Vinyl Girl a lot of times isn't like, it doesn't do the best out of all the stuff that we do, you know. It's like I can make a new tricky video and I'll get, you know, hundreds of thousands of views, or I'll make, you know, stuff for Vinyl Girl song and get like a couple thousand. But that's still something that, you know, you see that, and you should still see that as a win, because if you can get people interested in your stuff from just something like that, you're doing something right, you know.
Yeah.
So even if it doesn't have as much mass appeal, I think if you're still just, you know, you stick with it, you'll be able to go places.
Yeah, that's why I shared that that one song earlier, the Stripes song, because that was an OC mod, and when I played it, it had like less than 100 downloads at the time, which is I felt like that was kind of criminal, honestly. It was a lot of fun. I had a great time with it. I posted it earlier. Yeah, I don't really see mods like that every now, like maybe like once every, I don't know, 5 months or so at least, or it's just, I don't know, HDR's jacking it up there. Yeah, and this song right here. I really like the art of it, and the song, I don't know, it's catchy as hell to me. I don't know. It stuck with me. It stuck with me there. Just from the background, everything involved in that song, Stripes, caught my eye. That sort of thing. But overall, I've talked about it in the past, like, yeah, they don't get a lot of traction, but they also don't get a lot of continuation after the mod is made. So they didn't really, in some cases, they don't really stick with it if it didn't do to their expectations. I mean, I bring up like Flavor Rave. Like, I didn't hear about Flavor Rave until V2. Like, no one mentioned it to me, and yeah. Like, everyone remembers Flavor Rave now after it blew up on the second version.
I feel like there was like a lot of like, there were like a few mods. I think Flavor Rave was one, and then there was also like Hotline and
Yeah.
what was that other mod? The troubleshooting. A lot of those like were from a like a short kind of like mod jam thing.
Yeah.
And I think that does kind of show that, you know, if you have this idea and you just keep working with it and you keep
Improving
doing
it
stuff
over
with
time.
it, you can you know, grow an audience around it.
Yeah. I think that's all the questions we got, because questions starting to slow down. But yeah, I mean, I'm always down to play OC mods myself, because usually they're not, well, usually not that long, and you'd be surprised sometimes on the quality. You might find another hidden gem out there. Who knows? Heck, like you might even find a song that you want, you know, that just blows the other ones out of the water, like that one I showed earlier. But you never know. I've been told I'm very fucking open when it comes to mods compared to some people. I don't know. I just try to have fun with the community, essentially. This is my mentality.
Sure that you're like updated on these things, because we sure aren't. So it's cool that you shared that one. But I'll listen to it eventually. I just I'm trying to pay attention now. So
yeah, it's all good. But yeah, that song I shared, like, yeah, it kind of stuck out. Especially that wasn't the whole song, by the way. I cut out like the beginning bit. It was like, you know, 30 seconds of just chill, and then it just breaks into that one section where it starts glitching out in a sense. I don't know how to explain it. Yeah, that kind of caught my eye on it. I like the art of it. Like, yeah, the song got kind of catchy after editing it and all that. Not gonna lie. But yeah, that one was for like Mania Direct, and yeah, I'm surprised it went that far under the radar, surprisingly. But yeah, I mean, sometimes you gotta go digging through the garbage to find some diamonds in the rough. That sort of thing. W background noise while coding, by the way.
what?
I just got a message on the space saying W background noise while coding by Hig Game On, or Higamon. Hig with an H, YouTube. Whenever I have to say a name that's a name close to that, I have to keep saying it over and over again. I get worried because YouTube being YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I don't have a reason to say that word anyway. But yeah, I think that should about do it for the interview. It's been about 2 hours. I think we're out of questions. So yeah. So before we end off, what'd you think of the interview? I think it was. I feel like I was kind of rough and awkward at the beginning.
It's all right. I'm just I was nervous too, but
Yeah.
I got a bit more, comfortable as like I was like worrying, like, what if I say the wrong thing? What if I do this and that? But like,
Yeah.
but like, thank you for having us. This was a lot of fun.
No problem. Yeah, for me personally, it's just like dealing with a massive migraine all day. That plus burnout, but I'll be fine. I'm gonna take tomorrow off from everything and just chill, log off Discord, that sort of thing. I'll be fine. I already got the next interview lined up, and yeah, that one should be fun too. Also, a big respect for highlighting the passion and struggle behind modding. Mods are passion projects. Appreciate you for today, bro. No problem at all. That's kind of why I made the whole interview thing on Twitter to begin with. Remember January 2025, where there was all these docs and all this other shit going on? But yeah, I think it goes into the extended bio, but it's not loading right now. Yeah, I made a whole freaking... what's the term? Freaking not multiple paragraphs. Freaking. And whatever. If you just check the extended bio, you'll see what I mean. It's like a freaking book level extended bio, essentially. But yeah, the whole interview stuff was just to have a fun time with mod devs and explaining their struggles sometimes. I don't know. That plus there's some devs that showcase things or, they use it for hype and all that, but it's fun. I just find it fun. It might be a lot of work getting all these work put together. Like hell, technically, due to communication issues and IRL stuff myself, technically Rosebud was supposed to be interviewed last week, but and due to time constraints and Twitter DMs not really being read because they weren't getting notifications at first. It kind of got to the point where it would be too late to set it up in time, essentially. But we got it worked out the week after some miscommunication, essentially. So I made a post like, yeah, I'll probably be using Discord from now on to organize these more often. So good thing from the beginning I had, Twitter handle and Discord handle as backup, because I had a feeling Twitter would try to pull some bullshit with DMs eventually. But yeah, all things considered, pretty fun time. But yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Any final thoughts about the interview? Anything? I don't know. I feel like I could improve somewhere. I'm always looking for it.
I don't know.
You'd be surprised how many people tried to say at one point, like, "Oh, he's probably going to talk about drama or something." Yeah, I did it one time, but yeah, no, I just keep my nose out of it nowadays because, I don't know. I just don't like to spread negativity as much. But it needs to be said, though. I'll say something, that sort of thing. Because there's different aspects. I do have another thing I am toying around with in the near future, hopefully. Somebody suggested like a "where are they now" sort of thing in the past. Like, yeah, no, I mean, I'll think through it, but not sure when that will become a thing yet. Yeah, look for that probably like the next 6 months or so. I don't know. Busy schedule all the time, but yeah. With that said, thanks for stopping by, Rosebud. Thanks for the interest, and thanks for stopping by, Ellie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Thank you for having us.
It was fun.
Yeah, heck yeah, man. All right, so until next time, I hope you guys all have a good night, evening, morning, afternoon, whatever time it is for you. Hope you take care, and I hope you stay funky.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
See ya.
Yeah. I was awkward as hell at the beginning, man. Yeah. Awesome, maybe. Yeah. Like I was. It's been one. I'm not gonna lie. I know why I was awkward at first. Honestly, I've been down in the basement all day today trying to freaking relax, and I've been freaking drowsy as all fuck. I've been busy as hell all week. Outside of this, yeah, that's it for the interview stuff. Okay. I was gonna do another stream, but I figured like no, this time I definitely need to deal with the burnout effect. But there's always a part of me thinking like, no, dude, you can do more. You can do more. I am fucking stubborn, even to my own self-detriment. No FNF mods today? No, not today, man. I was thinking about it, but no. To give you an idea, I took headache medication like 9 a.m. It didn't go away, and I took a second dose before the interview. So, yeah, I think at that point, like, yeah, I need to focus on myself for a day or so. I'll be fine. I'll be back Monday night. But the mod I was planning to tackle was the ball grew mod, but yeah, not yet. I'll probably do that Monday if nothing else comes out. That mod's like 2 years old now, I think. I don't know. I play some older mods every now and then. But yeah. I will say this much: the whole team on the interview account, Discord, the interview Discord that we have. As soon as they mentioned that Rosebud was next, they were like, "Holy shit!" Let me show the. All right, so let's see here. Pro Team Rosebud responded, "Yeah, yeah." They kind of went nuts. I just wanted to share that. But yeah. Yeah, that was funny. Rosebud. like, what the heck? But yeah, that's just the promo stuff. But yeah, that should do it for today. I hope everyone had a great time. I know there's a lot of not really viewers, just listeners, because it's a podcast after all. Hope you enjoyed listening, and yeah, next week is the 54th podcast. I was planning eventually to go back in my backlog of YouTube streams of FNF mods to clip out interviews I did before they became a separated thing. I didn't do that back then because I didn't think the concept would go that far at all, because it's been done in the past, and I don't know. But yeah, I might go back, and if I need a break, I'll probably replay those as like a video in the future. I don't know. Let's see. But yeah, I guess I'll see you guys Monday if you're dropping by for the FNF stuff. Probably Bald Crew if nothing comes out. Actually, no. There's that weekend, the bonus weekend for that witty bonus weekend, I think it was called. It was supposed to come out today, but I guess it got delayed. So if that comes out before then, I'll definitely be streaming that. If not, I'll be probably going to the Bald Crew mod because I missed out on it. But other than that, yeah, I'm not sure what other games we're playing on Monday. I don't know. I've been getting into a freaking rut. Like, I don't know what else to play. I don't know. God knows I have too many freaking games to try out. I don't know. I have too many games to choose, but not a lot of people who own a lot of these games. That sort of situation. But who knows? Might bring this back tomorrow. Not tomorrow, Monday. That was a lot of fun. Everyone had a great time. But that'll do it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. Until next time, chat. Later. I'll be logging up Discord for the day. I need to get this headache out of the way and just get some rest. But yeah, the next interview is currently underway. We're doing the whole process. Technically, the whole process really isn't that big. There's a lot of questions here and there. Like, I don't know. I try to make it as open as possible. Like, generally speaking, just the ending notes, essentially, kind of ending of the podcast sort of thing. Generally, the whole process is I reach out to the person who's next and ask if they're still interested. And then, depending on when I ask it, if it's like before the previous interview, why is retro in the end? Retro in the thumb. I don't know. Did Restream mess up the stream? I don't know. Of your friends OC. No. I asked for. Oh yeah, I was getting to that actually. I reached out, see if they're interested, and said, yeah, okay. And then I told them I reach them out. I usually reach out to interviewees either late in the week or early into the week, like Monday or Sunday. Is when we continue it. If it's why is Greek Crab recording himself? Oh no. Oh no. But yeah, anyway, after that's all settled, like yeah, once I reach back out, it's usually like, hey, I'll draft the questions. I usually try to send them out by Wednesday. After we both agree on the questions, so that way they're not snuck up on, that sort of thing. Every question is pre-approved essentially. After that, it's asking for what you want to represent your mod or yourself in the thumbnail, and then we set a date and time. It can be that weekend or when your mod update comes out. If we can do like an IOU sort of thing. But if it ever gets to the point where, we're not ready quite yet, can we request for someone to be interviewed? That's a good question. No, it has to be from the person themselves. It makes it miles easier, honestly. I've done it in the past where someone did that and they said, oh, I wasn't requested, or I wasn't requested. I didn't fill out that form. Who sent it? Like, I don't know. At that point, I felt like, dude, I gotta put the kibosh on that. So if I start seeing a pattern with the request form being, the person didn't send that request, then I just know I'll find out who's been sending those. But no, it's a request form, not a suggestion form. As in, like, the devs themselves wanted to be interviewed, essentially. That thankfully has been a lot easier to control as of late. Thank goodness, because I don't know. I mean, sure, I'd like to interview like big names myself on occasion, but even then, with the amount of requests we get, it's random as hell. But next week, you'll probably know the next person, but I haven't gotten everything set in stone quite yet. But yeah, that's a work in progress. I think the next one, it'll be the time zone difference also messes us up sometimes. God dang. But yeah, if you want, instead of requesting someone else to be interviewed, you can also just let them know about the interview account via Twitter or Discord. Just send them the Funkin interview Twitter account link, and then direct them to the pinned post if they want to do it. But don't fill it out for them. It makes it a lot easier. And hell, you can even, we've done it in the past where a mod team wanted to showcase like an announcement or something, like the Sky mod, the Sky Redux. That team they asked if they could announce the plushie last weekend as part of the interview. I said, yeah, I'm always down for that. I am always down for supporting that. So that sort of thing. Like if the team knows about it, or they're the ones who request it, they can do whatever they want. The whole thing with the interview is that it's not really anything I control in a sense. I don't know how to explain it, but everything that I do on the interview podcast is already kind of approved of, essentially. We talk about like, hey, what are band topics, that sort of thing. But this one didn't really have that many, so yeah. It's a lot sometimes, but I manage. Usually it's smooth. Sometimes it's difficult, and communication is just the hardest part. But yeah, I'm always down to answer questions people have about the interview stuff. I am always open to it. So, heck, there's even people asking if I could reach out to the Chinese FNF community. Well, I can't speak Chinese. They're more than welcome to do the interview stuff on them. I mean, I'm not going to be able to stop them. Why should I? Either way, it's all for the fun of the game. But yeah, I feel like I owe a lot to the FNF community in a sense to be where I'm at now in the streaming stuff. So this is my way of just giving back, essentially. I don't know. I've met a lot of people. I've had a lot of fun. That sort of thing. But yeah, take care, Aisha. I'm going to end it now. But yeah, that sort of thing. I'm always down to chat about anything FNF, really. And I owe a lot to it, essentially. I'm going to get some freaking rest, and hopefully next interview and next streams, I'm not as burnt out as I sound today, because I've said a lot of the same shit as responses. I didn't want to move or delay this interview, and it got kind of better as time went on. But yeah, that should do it for today. Thank you to my YouTube members and Twitch subs for supporting the channel as always. Unknown Artists, Stixie, and Freeja27. And thanks again to Rosebud and Ellie for joining in. But yeah, until next time, chat. I hope you have a good night, evening, morning, afternoon, whatever time it is for you. I hope you take care. I hope I'll see you soon. Stay funky.